Hello everybody and welcome back to Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson. And once again, I've been out raiding the rack and I've come home with two different types of plants that I want to show you right now. So the first beautiful plant I have that I want to show you is this wonderful little plant here. It's called a Ctenanthe burle Amabilis, and it is absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if I pronounced the name exactly right. And look at these beautiful leaves on this beautiful dark patterning of green on this lovely kind of grey silvery leaf. That is just a beautiful little plant again, isn't it? Oh, it's going to look beautiful in the indoor terrace garden here with all the mountains of others that I'm starting to collect now. But every time I go out and I see something like this, I just can't stop myself. It's just beautiful. There are so many plants with so many wonderful patternings on them. And today, it all became about this kind of patterning. So I'm going to show you the other plant right now. But before I do that, just want to put this one in a nice little white pot that I got for it at the same time. Just to bring that little extra touch of wow. And look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Have a little look again closer. That is wonderful. Yeah. So now, just going to put that on the side next to me here. In fact, so this beautiful plant here, I got it for 99 Swedish krona. And I think that was absolutely okay. It's quite a nice big specimen. So that's wonderful. And just to show you a little bit of how Ctenanthe can also be quite different, I will show you it against my other Ctenanthe here. Look at those together. This one has much darker patterning on it, and this one has thinner, darker patterning on it, and it's much more silvery than the one I just bought today. But they're both, look at them, they're just gorgeous. So now that I've brought them both up, I'm going to put them both next to me. Oh! So that I can enjoy looking at them. So, the next fantastic plant I've got to show you is something that's very popular at the moment. It's a plant that is extremely expensive at the moment, but I was in the right place at the right time again. This plant I'm going to show you is called Alocasia Zebrina. And everyone seems to want to have an Alocasia Zebrina at the moment. So I'm just going to show you what I got here. Now, that is one piece of what I got. Well, and just before I get the rest of it up, I just want to bring this one up to the camera so you can have a closer look at the stems and the leaves, because it's all about this patterning again, as I said today. Now look at that leaf. Isn't that leaf just beautiful? And look here, a whole new one coming up at the front, and a little tiny one coming up at the bottom, and one flopping over here that's broken, doesn't matter, and another big one right up here, looking really good. It's perfect, it's standing up, and I can prop up, well, I'll probably cut off that one, don't need that. There's a little baby one down here coming out as well. Those arrow leaves, they get really, really big. So that was the one, and it's not standing up very well in this pot because these plants have been neglected in that plant centre where I was, completely neglected. I'm going to show you the other one now, but this one might be a little bit more hard for me to have control over because it's got huge leaves, it's really big and long, but it is falling apart in its pot. But if I can get a little closer, look at this huge leaf at the front here. I hope you can see that. It's just gorgeous. And there's another one up here. Absolutely perfect. And you can see me in between it. And there are all of these. And there are all these beautiful zebra-like stems on it. So it matched the Ctenanthe today with its zebra striping as well. So this is another plant. I've got two. This one is falling out of the pot at the same time. So I'm really afraid of letting it go, actually. I'm just going to have to let it lay down for a minute. Yeah, it's completely flopped all over the place. That is not it, people. That is not it. These pots usually always come with 2 bits in them. So I have the other bits, down here. So I've got more to show you. This beautiful Alocasia Zebrina was, totally neglected in that shop. Look at this, they were falling apart. This leaf here, look at that, it's completely curling around. It's got a huge, big leaf on it that's still quite happy, even though it's yellowing. It's got a root system in the bottom. This one, you can see it's got plenty of roots, beautiful big leaves, lots of them. In fact, I don't know if I can get around this jungle now to get closer to the camera to show you, but I want to, so I'm going to do this. I get around here. No, 1 minute. I've got to move this plant because I cannot get past it. It just is so big. Right. So I just needed to get a little bit closer here to show you. This one at the bottom has got tiny bits of roots coming out. This one has huge bits of roots, so that's just going to be planted back into the pot, no problem. Can you see the stems on these well enough? All of these, my hands are in the way because I've got to try and hold it together at the same time. But all of this, just absolutely unbelievable. Just need to get back here. So now, I hope you can see the mountain of Alocasia Zebrina I managed to get here. This is absolutely amazing because these were all on the, not even the sales rack, these were on a cart ready to be thrown away. And when I saw them just bending over, lying there, falling out of their pots, looking like this, but at the same time, some strong viable stems, some beautiful leafing going on, meaning the plants are still happy, I was screaming. I was screaming in my mind. I'm like, you cannot be seriously throwing those plants away. You cannot. I've got to save them. They are so expensive to buy at the moment that I just couldn't believe it. 1 pot of this plant, 1 pot with 2 stems costs 350 Swedish krona for this size. So you'll get these 2 like this and you'll pay 350 krona for that. So in front of me, I actually have 1.5 pots because they gave me this piece that fell out of another pot. They just gave me that with it. So you can hear I've got plants for over 800 kronas. I paid because I said to the woman, you know what? I'm willing to buy those on a really, really good reduced rate instead of them being thrown away because I just think that is so sad and a waste of an absolutely beautiful plant. She went and looked it up, came back to me and she said, you know what? You can have each pot for 50 krona each. Are you hearing what I'm saying, people? Bargains to be found out there, as I keep saying. She came back to me and she said, you can have each pot for 50 krona each. So I paid 100 Swedish kronas for all of this Alocasia Zebrina that is wonderful. And I'm not going to be putting these into 2 separate pots. I want to make this into 1 giant jungle plant because the stems are long and thin. I just want to see all these leaves falling out and standing up together in 1 jungle statement piece. I want to bring this plant back to its luster. There are new leaves coming out of those stems that are standing up there. There is absolutely nothing wrong with these plants. They were going to throw away plants for around 800 Swedish krona that I got for 100 krona. So anyway, I could go on and on and on about this. There are deals to be found out there. Go out there. When you see things like this, when you see a plant flopping out of its pot and it looks like it's, oh, that's not looking too good. But you've got the time, the patience, the place to put it, then get that plant. Rather than paying 350 krona a pot, Go and get yourself a plant where you can get it for 50 krona a pop instead. And you're going to love this. I will show you videos of this later because you're going to love it. I'm going to have to do a separate video on the repotting and putting together of this plant. That's for sure. That is what I'm going to do. So, anyway, that's enough for this Radio in the Rack video. These two beautiful plants I got, the Ctenanthe, burle marxii, and this beautiful Alocasia Zebrina, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please write any comments you have below. And remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when my next video upload will be. Thank you very much, and goodbye.